not annoyingly loud volume, which seems to take quite a while. What else is using up some volume here? Something is, but don't quite understand what's running with the volume levels. Right, so let me just check what's my microphone sound. I've got love sound settings. Am I right? Right, there we go. So now it should be set to 100%, so now it should sound that little bit better. I'm hoping it does. I see I have one viewer. Hello to one viewer. And apparently you're on Twitch, so also hello Twitch. What I'm hoping is that you can hear me. Can you? No idea. I guess I'll find out. So, as you can probably tell by one, what's on my screen, and two, the fact that, you know, it says it on your screens as well, I'm going to be attempting to stream some iRacing, as long as, you know, it doesn't manage to performance in the game. Plus, if I feel like I'm driving too badly, I'll probably just move on to a different game. Even though I put all the effort into that nice, lovely thumbnail that you can see if you're looking at the YouTube channel version of the stream. Right. Aside from that, let me just see.
Moving into position.
I just realised that I shouldn't be able to see any of this. Invite people.
Moving into position.
Here we go. Right, let's get something started, I guess. Seems I'm still probably going to be waiting forever before I actually get another person to say hi in either of the two chats. Unless you've already said hi and for whatever reason my chat previews are broken. In fact, I'll test that. Test. Nope. And this one. Yep, that goes through. Don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so I have 3 different versions of the chat up right now. I have the pop out from Twitch, the pop out from YouTube, and then the multi-stream version from Streamlabs. So, most definitely see the chat when it's on that right hand side. Of course, as you probably could tell, I'm probably going to be talking a lot as well. Hopefully this isn't deafeningly loud. You know what, I'm just going to turn the volume of the game down that little bit. Quite loud. You know what, I'm going to use... How did I... Oh, no. I'm going to just test actually, how loud is that volume for you guys? La la la, la la la. I just la 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 la. is there a way I can make that audio duck? Let's find out.
Experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
It's not network difficulties, I'm telling you that, mate. Alright, game this. Add an effect. Elgato. No. Get more audio effects. Oh, send audio between two PCs. Okay. Do. Nope. Want the audio to automatically duck when I speak. Audio effect. Nope. Note to self, don't try and do that. Right, okay. That means I'm gonna have to go on here, add an effect. Compressor. Proceed. Okay. Vocal compression is the secret to sounding pro. Let's do this. The thing is, I'm not talking loud enough to really need the compressor, but I will, you know, put it on like that. So it probably won't actually do anything unless I'm like really talking loud. Alright, can I turn the gain up? Alright, if I turn the gain up a little. La 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 la. Right, am I actually? Oh yeah, no, I'm way clipping the mic now. Okay, let me just tell it to do that automatically. And then, yeah, so that I think seems to have fixed my microphone volume issue, where I'm not loud enough to go over the game. Let's find out. So, if I just keep talking, am I actually loud enough to be heard over the game? That I think seems to fix my microphone volume issue, where I'm not loud enough to go over the game. Am I actually loud enough? Right. So, I kind of am. But I just need to tweak the settings for the game, where I turn it down a bit more, stream side, turn it up. I want just 70%. Only 2. Yeah, that's not enough for me. Alright, and then... Like, the thing is, the music's just clearly loud in general. Turn it down a bit in there. And off a bit in there, and then up a bit in my ears. Right, okay. There we go. Hopefully now, audio is fine. I should be able to be heard over the game pretty easily now. So if I just rev the engine up. I should be able to be heard over the game pretty easily now. I just rev the engine up. La 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 la. Yeah, no, so now I just have to wait basically for me to finish talking. Yeah, that's perfect. Right, okay. So guys, let's get on with this. I'll turn the music down a little bit more because that is quite loud. Full music. And let's get on with this. So, I have done a little bit of practice in the last couple days since I got IRacing. But yeah, forgot how. Yeah, forgot about that bit. This car does like to just snap if you. There's a lot of people that throw here. Didn't expect to have that immediately. But you know. So, as you can tell, I am not the greatest, but hey, I'm still getting used to this sim and how this car drives. Well, I'm already at 4x, which is any stretch of the imagination. Probably carrying a little bit more speed through there, but maybe should keep my exit a little. Damn it, nope, broken it.
If your car has too much damage, we've got to fix it.
Yeah, I know you have to fix it. That's why I was getting out of the wall and coming into this.
Pit box in 10,
At least this has a speed limit.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Too much damage with them. Alright. We do test. Nope. Yeah, I know too much damage we're done, but like, there we go. Request new car. Okay. Try this again, shall we? thing is I'm also trying to learn this sim without the racing line, which is a great idea, as you can clearly tell. Because trying to learn it without the racing line is just a bit more fun, I guess. Makes it a little bit more appealing to the master. Still not as good as this, but you know, we're getting better. I made it round the first corner without crashing. So that's also progress. Took that corner a bit slower though. That went well.
You've got wheel damage. Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course. We got damage on the front end.
I know we have damage on the front end, guy. Why do you think I'm driving nice and slowly back to the pits? That was actually going to be probably a decent lap. And also, that previous lap, I hadn't have caught the corner. Also might have been, like, was also a pretty decent lap, but I just went off track that little bit too much in the last corner. Well, second to last corner. Which cost me that lap in terms of it being clean. But, you know, I am starting to learn this track a bit more. And especially a lot more than I was when I was trying to learn it in the BMW GT4 car, I want to say it is. The BMW competition sport thing. GT car.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. We can't fix the damage.
What do you mean you can't fix the damage? Also, what on earth is my button for tear-offs? Okay, how do I do my tear-off? One person in Twitch chat, do you know what I press for doing the tear-off? No? Okay. Let me find out. What on earth is my button for tear-offs? Oh.
We're done. Get going.
Control, in-car control. Alt T. Right. Yes. Okay, like there's thing. Okay, well that's fun. Well, that went well. Maybe don't try and weave as you're going into a corner and loading the car up a bit. Clearly not a good idea. Okay, looks like 16. This is going well. Very, clearly very well.
You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time.
I could already given up that time by cutting the course, but you know, I'm not really gonna gain anything from cutting it now. By the way, if anyone joins the chat from the IRacing community, if you have any tips on how I could be driving faster, well then of course, don't go off the track, then that would be greatly appreciated. Jesus Christ. Almost in the wall yet again. And overcorrected and hit back.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
How do we not have wheel damage? What we do? Okay. Also, this thing only has 4 gears. Which I guess makes it a little simpler to drive. But we also pretty much have no downforce either. Other than I guess what probably comes from the floor. One of these things I probably don't need to correct as much as well. Yeah.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
20 seconds of repairs. So they're gonna do my normal tyre change, I guess, and then do damage repair.
We're done. Get going.
Yeah, this is, as you can tell, very good at this. The thing is, this car turns quite well. Probably have to maybe do some static stuff. But the thing is, it feels fine to just drive out of box. Well, there's probably some setups maybe I would do. That is, I really like downforce. Most of the time. Then again, it could also just be that I'm not ready for this sim yet. I'm just not in the groove of this sim yet. Have to push basically straight out the gate in order to know, what the limit of the car is. That was sketchy. I know where I am and like learn to deal with the car gliding around underneath me. Quite limited feedback with this wheel. Because yeah, this is admittedly yeah, I just keep saying it about every 5 seconds, but I'm gonna get bored if I just keep saying that. What do you expect of them to chat? And that's another lockup. Probably a nice lovely flat spot on that front right tyre. Unless I lock both, you know. Track in that corner, I suppose. God damn it. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Let's do another one. I am slowly getting the hang of where the feel very slow. God damn it. Okay. Another little lock down it like into that corner. Just have a look around it. Now leave. And that was
You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time.
yeah. Slow down by not moving at all.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gains.
Yeah, it definitely is harder than it looks. And yeah, you can say that again. Kind of Sturgino? Yeah, Sturgino, I think that's how you say that. I probably entirely butchered it, but you know. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for deciding to stop by and say hello. Yeah. I got the game like what, last week. I played it like, well, let's say the game, the sim, last week, and played it a little bit. Most of my initial playtime was on my controller because I couldn't be bothered getting my wheel out. For just like initial performance test stuff and just see how it ran. And then got to the point where I was like, okay, I know how it runs now. I now want to try it on the wheel. So I decided to get my wheel back out and right up here. Yep, and lift off upstairs again. Is my guess of what happened there. Yeah, I'm already up to an X33 as well. So this is going 33X on the instant count for this track, just this test section. Basically, that I've dumped myself in just to try and get used to this course, 2, this car in general, and 3, the overall physics of this game. Because yeah, this is a big step up in terms of difficulty compared to well, most other things that I've played. Because F125, I can kind of like at the F1 games, I can kind of dial some of the difficulty out. Plus the amount of downforce the F1 cars natively have helps, and the fact that the tracks are ones that I know and have like a lot of the senior races. I remember 3 months in, the repetition of getting used to a certain car and track really helps. Such cool having it. Yeah, it is. I do like love racing and sim racing in general. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, like my brain has gone blank. Yeah, but yeah, like, this so far is really good. Talking when I should be driving, but you know, sometimes I can talk and drive perfectly fine. Other times I can't. Where's my train of thought gone? I don't know. My train of thought completely went. But yeah, like, yeah, as I was saying, like the other sims, well, they say sims, you can call the F1 games a sim, and they're like partially sim 80, I guess, with how they handle. But yeah, like the other things I've driven, like the other games / sims that I've driven on here aren't anywhere near as punishing. The only one I'd say is close to being as difficult to master certain cars is, well, the only one I've played a lot is being a G. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. And I dipped my wheel on the rest. Nice. A little bit. So yeah, it can be a little bit. It is tough to get used to. It doesn't help that the track that I kind of can pick up and play in basically everything is the one I practice the most. Silverstone. It doesn't help that I have to pay for that, and I can't. I'm tempted to buy it just because I know the track, I know its layout, I know where the normal braking points are, and I know roughly what the surface is going to be. But, you know, I probably should.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gains.
Yeah. Silverstone is like my main track that I drive, basically. To the point where sometimes I will get onto a track in F1 25 that I just don't play, and I just struggle massively because the main, and then we get to Silverstone and I'm like, I'm gone. I can get out into the lead. Like once I'm in the lead, I'm there, and it's pretty difficult for someone to overtake me unless I make a mistake or they nudge into me or something like that and disrupt, like knock my car off the track pretty much. So I was playing F1 24 prior to the F1 25 race with mates from high school. And like I was basically just pretty much all bar a couple times where they were fighting. Every other track I was in last place. And then it got to Silverstone, and within I'd say about half a lap I got into the lead from last. And then I was leading the race all the way up until second to last lap, where one of the others just forgot to brake into farm and knocks me straight off the track. Which then let my other friend get through into first. And pretty much from then on it was just a simple hit off, but right back up pretty much within the lap until it got to Vale, and then I kept just messing up the entry into Vale, into the first part of Vale, locking up a tyre or just like small tiny little normal mistakes you see when the F1 tracks occasionally do going into Vale, where it's just like they look up like the right front or left front going in, and then it's just like next to impossible to recover the corner really from there, more than a tiny little bit. But yeah. Came from Gran Turismo years ago. After retiring from real motorcycle racing last year, it stretches the competitive edge. Might just want to play a bit closer. Yeah. Well, I can move my mic a little bit closer, but this mic arm's not the best. Is that better? Formula V is a tricky thing. Yeah, I'm not in the Formula V right now, to be fair. I'm in the Formula, I think it's the FF 1600. I'm going to guess it's a Formula Ford 1600 would be my guess from that name. But yeah. Even, like, it's just pretty much the same thing, just with more power, which is probably not a good thing, but you know, it's kind of hoping it make a little bit of difference in terms of if I'm going faster. Kind of puts a bit more pressure on me to learn the braking and everything. And try the Formula V. The thing is, the only other time I've driven a Formula V is in BeatMinty Drive. It was a mod, and that thing is just undrivable for me. My brain just couldn't wrap itself around it. It was just sliding everywhere and would spin out with the slightest suggestion of turning at basically any speed. So either it was a quite poorly done mod, or I was just really bad at driving it. But yeah, I'm gonna blame myself rather than the mod. Yeah. Braking in a straight line is something I try to do, but not always particularly easy to remember as you get to a corner at like 165k, which honestly I just haven't touched the speed thing, to be fair. I wanted meters, but I know miles an hour more than I know k's an hour, but I know a lot of things in racing are in k's an hour, so I was like, I'm just going to leave that at the default. Yeah. Yeah, normally my mic being where it was is fine, because most of the time when I'm streaming like FPS games and stuff, like Valorant. That's like the main thing I'll stream, because that's what most of my mates play. Or at least have. Or maybe like Overwatch 2 or something like that. No, those are your normal bog standard FPS games. Yeah, because last time I streamed Automation and Beam didn't really generate much traction. Wait, my normal audience, no idea what happened there. It seemed to just decide to go into a nice lovely spin partway around the corner. Probably changed down to Cheers. I want miles an hour, but I also would like still call-outs to be in meters, because feet don't immediately register for me. There's like a thing I can
Pitboxing 10,
thing I can immediately understand.
5, 3, 2, 1.
And if
Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Alright. I'll also have a look as well.
That's it, go!
Yeah, I'm not gonna go quite yet, then. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, right, okay. So I have to quit out of this and then go into Snap. Got it. So, down here. Is it literally just this where I have to be in feet, pounds, and stuff? Because that's not a great level of customization, to be fair. If there is any other way of change of like setting it, other than that, that'd be good to know. Pick up this other more different lamp to a bit light over there now that the sun's going down. Because all I can see in here is just that, and I'm gonna guess that would give me miles an hour, but it also changes my temperature to something I don't understand. That's the thing. There needs to be, like, to say this game has been out since 2008. Like, there's no, that's not good enough customization for the units. Like, I need. If I go Imperial, does that actually give me my miles an hour? Wind 2 miles an hour north. And then I go metric. Yeah. The only way to get miles an hour is to go with Fahrenheit. Why iRacing? You've been out since 2008 and you can't even get that bit right? Gotta love being from the UK and using a mix of different standards. Oh, apparently my chat client disconnected. Now it's reconnected again. That's fun. Right, okay. What I might as well do in this time is, if that's showing as 45, I'm pretty sure I set my 7. There we go. Save card now. Save it. That's 67. Do track licensed cars. This view. Paint shop. Like, is there just a general? Like, can I set that number for all? Alright. What would be nice is if I could just tell it to use that number for every category as well. There is definitely a lot of quality of life features that this is missing that I would like to have. Also, the only reason putting Logitech on there is that's just what wheel I'm using. I don't know what else to put on. You need trading paints? Trading paints? Question? Huh? What is trading paints? This shows you how little knowledge I have. I have no idea what you're on about with trading paints. Right, okay. Trading. This one? I'm gonna guess so, since it says continue with iRacing. Sign in. Wow. Continue. Continue. And now we wait. Do. This open. Continue. Right, paint card. Number builder. Okay, that's how I build a custom number. Randomly cycle it through until it comes across one I like. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get used to it pretty quick. Because I come from like a little bit of a graphic design kind of background. That's what I did my college course in and stuff, graphic design. So I kind of understand it a little bit, at least. Probably figure it out. This is very fun. Let's download paint. And then paint building is just online version. So it's a showroom at the top. Yep. And then just what, explore paints? Okay, this is a lot of liveries, including... That is actually sick. Okay, whoever made that, 10 out of 10. Yeah. It's pro, yeah. Thing is, as well, it says you can also just, if I go in paint cars and templates and stuff, it says I can just do it in Photoshop and stuff. If I go back, painting templates, if I just scroll down, where is it? Leo, it is FF1600. Save, open it. Extract that. Open it in Designer. Okay, this is... okay, so then this doesn't actually support some of the gradient stuff that it apparently wants. Let me just try that again. Open with Photo. Not Photo. Let's see if opening it with Photo 2 works. Yeah, will do. Yeah. Okay, so it can't deal with that effect gradient because it's a Photoshop effect gradient. Of course it is. Right. Let's. So. Right. Let's go back to this showroom then and go all vehicles. Road racing. Array FF 800. Right. Project True Force. AMR 23, SF 25. MCL 38 people on. Oh yeah, also you probably can't, you won't be able to see it immediately, but if I just pick this up, it may or may not have all the, yeah you can't because it blurs it out, but I have all the Lego F1, like the minifig F1 Lego cars there. Yeah. Okay, let's go on a massive app downloading spree then. Right. Honestly, right. You know what? I'm just gonna very quickly put you guys on a be right back because I need to go grab a different, just my little wireless A400, so I can actually, I'm not having to like reach over the wheel to type because this is just a pain. I will be back in a moment. Right, okay, I'm back. So, plug this in. Yeah, there we go. And now I also don't have to use, well, I'm still going to use my mouse, but crash out. Why is my music not going through this anymore? Like, Sam, what did you do? Why did you just break? There we go. Okay. That went well. All of a sudden I started typing and everything just broke. Anyway, right, I'm back. So, iRacing... What is it, Crew Chief? Yeah. Crew. Right, what am I looking for here? That is another thing I've just realised I need to do. I need to make sure I've still got that set. Oh, that's why it just broke, because turning this keyboard on turned the other keyboard off. Did it just... Wait, did it crash? Weird. Download the links, probably. Yeah. I am also gonna see if I can just change the Streamlabs thing as well. See if it's in here that I changed. I set up the like like the type exclamation mark, and then DC. Need to. A minute. The one thing is, my phone has slowly over time evolved into a bit of life, but then again it does use 7.5 gigs of RAM just sat doing nothing, so that would make some sense. Yeah, I'm just changing the Streamlabs online setting on the other screen. So I might not be able to immediately see what you're saying in chat. For a moment, also change this. Phone back over there. Into here. That box. Like chat commands at all. I have chat commands. But welcome to the world of trying to do things that you think about last second whilst you're also in the middle of doing 5 other things. Right. That was 4. Okay, definitely gonna be in that. Right. You know what? Probably do my stream elements, and then that's probably only gonna work quick. Yeah. what I will do very quickly is I'll just get my permalink for my Discord on there as well, because I just realised I haven't got one of those kind of immediately available on YouTube. Realize that keyboard been disabled now. There we go. That should be on there now. Right. This is the right thing, right? Before I go any further in the setup, making sure. Yep, okay. Cheers. Just wanted to, because of course Windows was flagging it, so I was like, I want to make sure this is actually the right thing and isn't just a virus pretending to be crew chief. Okay, that is a lot. We want that to go through voice chat so that you guys can hear it. And I can also then customize the volume of it. Name. Keep forgetting that keyboard's not actually active anymore. Well, that won't take very long. Well, shouldn't take very long. Yeah. That's okay. Downloading personalizations. Well, yeah, I will do it once it's finished doing this, because it doesn't seem to be doing anything right now when I click that. But it also could just be the fact that I needed to click that original, because then it would have done all the sound pack stuff, but you know. We'll find out. Yeah, it's fine. You're doing a decent enough job. I'm getting the picture of what I need to do to get things working. Alright, so restart the app. Okay, there we go. And now it's prompting me for my name. Yep, do. I'm gonna guess that's yeah, luckily it's free, yeah. I don't want it to use American terms because that's just gonna annoy me. Use metric. Wow, category filter here. All categories. Okay, that's not very. Whoa, okay. Jesus Christ, that is a lot. Hmm. I probably only really want it on iRacing. Yeah, for now I'll leave flaring off. And I'll just kind of leave that now. Things don't really get. Nope. Available keyboard and of course the 920. Yeah, I also would need to bind the button. Thing is, I can't remember what I bound to things in iRacing. I also have no idea. Alright, let's just
Radio check.
allow. Why has he changed to race room? I don't have race room installed right now. I have iRacing installed. iRacing max cars is not set correctly.
Radio check.
Okay, so now right. Honestly, I have no idea what I need to do to get it to do this. Yeah, it's just how on earth do I assign the control to talk to him? Because it's not. Ah, here we go. Now I select that, and then I assign control, and hope that this button isn't bound to anything yet. Let me just check in iRacing itself. Have I actually bound this button to something other than crew chief? Because the thing is, I'm using a G920, and most of the buttons I've already bound. The things in iRacing itself and I don't really have many other buttons. Plus, it just calls them button names, and I know them as the Xbox names for things. So I have no idea what... If it just comes up as button this, I have no idea what that is. Like... Yeah, so... Bit of learning curve there as well. Of what on earth each button is. Right. Control. The thing is, it's not showing me what my controls are that are bound to the wheel, it's just showing me the controls for the keyboard. Okay, look up and down, I don't need left and right is that. Yeah, none of it looks intuitive at all. Right, so I have my gearbox set, my paddle set, I can switch to the H pattern, and that's all working fine. And that's sequential. Which is literally the only thing I have on. It's just the auto anti-stall. Okay, so I don't have button 6 bound to anything, I only have button 8, 9, 11 and 12. I don't know what the paddles are. I have the paddles, and then I have X, I think Y might be bound to something. Honestly, I don't know what is bound to what. I don't know why I'd need a second throttle, a second brake, a second. And unless I guess I had like a co-pilot who was just there as like a, you know, like in a learner driver car where you have like the dual control. That would be funny. Alright, okay. Auto fuel toggle, auto lap, auto fuel lap margin. Terrifies it. Right, brake bias set. And then those are replay controls. The MGK stuff, ABS, local cash box, D. Probably want my brake balance set. Just to up and down on the D-pad, so I can actually, you know, control that. How on earth do I get my normal mirrors? It wants that to be set at 60%. Right. mirrors max 4. Here we go. There we go. And that's how I get my mirrors, I think. Do I actually get mirrors? Yay! I actually have mirrors! Test. Oh, I probably have to actually start it. Don't know. Retrieve, where are you?
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
And now it's kind of booked out. That's great. Yay. Retrieve.
Radio check.
Radio check, radio check. Radio check. Is that broken? Or what? I can't tell whether or not it's broken or... Current lap? Yeah, it's either broken or I just don't know how to use it. So, I'm likely at the moment, given I literally have no idea how to use it. Minimize the game. Why did it break so easily? Oh, using the wrong input device. No wonder it has no idea what I'm saying. But also I'm gonna guess I have to... Why doesn't it detect more than one input device? Audio voice. Go into audio, into settings and use N audio. N audio, here we go. Use an audio for that. Yeah, the thing is, I can hear him, but use an audio for speech input. There we go. Yay! There we go. Now I can set him. I'm gonna get him to use his headset mic, just because that's gonna be easier.
Radio check.
Radio check. Testing. Can you hear me? Current lap. Okay. And he's still not responding. Okay, so I've got that set, but now it's just not working. Help. Test. Right, log.
Radio check.
Test, 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 test. Restart. Let's just see if this works. Speech wizard.
Radio check.
UI language. Alright, restart. C. Speech wizard.
Radio check.
Hello. Test, test. Voice recognition mode should be on. Hold that button. Do I have to set up Windows? I'm getting the feeling that I might need to set up Windows Speech Rec. Why do I keep trying to use that keyboard? I don't know. Maybe because I'm just trying to use that keyboard. Voice access? I think it's voice access.
Radio check.
Test, test. Nope, it's not wanting to work. Why is it not working?
Radio check.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Wow, that is very delayed. Okay, so far this is extremely delayed. Hello? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Pit pit. Box. Box. Box box.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going very well. Gap ahead.
We're don't have the data.
Get behind.
We haven't got that data.
Nearest car. Nearest car. Okay, can't get that. Last lap. Last lap time. Last time.
We haven't got that data.
Best time.
We don't have that data.
Can I ask you? How's my arrow? Am I pretty quiet on stream?
We don't have enough data for that.
Okay, it's possibly because the voice... Alright, let me just see.
Sorry, mate, I didn't catch that.
I know I didn't catch that because I was talking to chat, but you know. Let me just turn... keep him on for me, and then turn him down to like 75 for you guys. Last lap. Last lap. Last lap. Oh yeah, it's a blue snowball, so like if I'm looking directly at it, it will be louder, but because it's the ice, so it's just gone cardioid. That only really picks me up if I'm in front of it, and then if I go over here, of course I'm no longer. Yeah. It will go down in volume. So as long as I'm looking at, like, as long as I've got the mic right in front of me, it's fine. Let's just try this mic. Gap in front.
We don't have enough data for that.
Gap behind.
We don't have that data.
Last lap. Right, so now I kind of want him to be on that button press. Hold button. And that's now button 1. Yep, apparently that's button 1. Okay, so now if I start
Radio check.
radio check.
Okay, no more updates.
Okay. So at the very least, I've got my radio working. So that is a benefit. Apparently I've got packet loss now though. There we go. Also, I've been streaming long enough that my normal outro music is picking up, which is fun. How's the damage?
I didn't catch that.
How is the damage?
Pardon?
Ah, shut up. I can see what you mean about him occasionally being quite fun. That keyboard now. Let's just try again. What's my target?
We haven't got that data.
Nice. Seems to be very good at getting it to nearly spin into that corner.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Now we need to get back to trying to learn this track combo. For a minute. Okay. Barely clipped the wall. Should be fine. You guys are still there, right? Yeah. Okay, why did I decide to just try and look at chat? Note to self: don't look at chat whilst driving. At least when you know there's a corner in like 5 centimeters. This is where you get to see just how out of practice I am at driving on my wheel. In general, I can occasionally catch things. Occasionally. Not most of the time. Most of the time I fail miserably. As you saw there.
Cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time. We got damage on the front end.
I couldn't tell from the fact that I hit the front end into a wall. Nope. You can definitely tell either that was the damage on the front end or that was just my lack of knowledge on how that car would act at that certain moment.
Pit box in 10, 5.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the gist that it isn't easy to just jump into.
Right here. We can't fix the damage.
What do you mean you can't fix the damage? What on earth is the extent of the damage if you can't fix it? The damage is like a tiny little.
That's it, go!
I'm still in replay. 5. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting the idea that I can't just jump in and be fast at this. I am starting to get the hang of this track a little bit, and it's peculiarities. Yeah. And also this car and its weird little things where it really doesn't like when you enter that corner with like I don't get it, because sometimes I enter that corner what feels initially like basically the same, and it's fine. Other times I enter it and it's like, nope, you're spinning now. Yeah, and I just got a beep in my headphones that means my headphones are on charge. Yep, tiny little bit classes and all that. Lots of little fun things with this gearbox. Trying to get used to how much clutch blip it needs. Nope, I caught it and then I put the throttle on and then I hadn't caught it. Yeah, it's trying to figure out how much of a clutch flip I need in order to get it to
You've got some damage,
gear.
let's get that fixed.
Holy Jesus Christ, that is down to the half. I'm surprised it's letting me try and drive back to the pits when my front right wheel is barely attached to the car seemingly, and just absolutely just completely, yeah, for lack of a better word, spazzing out.
Pit box in 10.
Like, that is not normal
5,
behavior for a front right hand wheel.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Yeah, too much damage, we're done. Yeah, it'll let you try. Yeah, the thing is, it lets me go back and then it goes, oh, you've got too much damage, we're done. Okay, doesn't work out. Right, okay, that's the new car. Front wheels just... Oh. The one thing is, there seems to be a knack of getting those front wheels to try and bite. Because sometimes they'll bite just fine, and then other times they just want to slide across the surface. Yeah, good point. That is a good point. My tyres will be cold when I get out of the pits. If there was a nice little... Is there... Let's just click this. Standings, relative, fuel... Can I... That's just my... okay, here we've got tyre info. That doesn't seem to be changing much though. It seems to just be static tyre temps. Possibly just because I'm in practice, maybe? I don't know. Because I'm sliding these things quite a lot there, and they don't seem to be wearing down at all. Like there's no. Oh wait, seriously, I have to go in. Okay, so I have to go into the pit.
Pit box in 10,
Box.
Repeat, please.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Right, so now they inspect the tyres. And then all of a sudden they seem to just change magically. Okay, and then that's my
All clear. Punch it.
page setting, page 1. Or page 2. I'm gonna go with page 1 because that gives me more information in a format that I'm used to. That no longer tells me what gear I'm in. Apart from not telling me what gear I'm in anymore. And I'm breaking the car. Okay, so page 2 is the only one that tells me the gear, really. Okay. Mirror left side. Okay, so that's how I adjust my mirror stuff. And then that's my radio, weather, timing. Okay.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Pit stops be tough, bit tough. So just didn't get timed a lot. All that stuff. So what did you do to do that? Because I have a stream deck here, of course, but it's mostly right now just set to like just do the stream, and that's basically it. I can't think of it. Yeah, I will definitely be reaching out and asking questions. But yeah, if you have to run, then that's fine. I've been live for like 2 hours now. I hadn't even realised. Then again, when I started streaming, it was bright out, and now it's dark. So that was one sign. But yeah, if you have to run, then take care. Yeah. I will. I'll look into it. But if I get stuck, I will definitely be reaching out. IRacing or something. Okay, let's see. You know what? I'll have a little bit of a look now. Whether or not IRacing. Stop trying to take. When I try and tab out to something else, can you not? See and take over the whole screen again. Yeah, time definitely does pass fast. Right, take care. See ya. iRace IT. There we go. Discord? Oh yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Yeah, I will be messing around with that for definite. Cockpit switches, replay, camera, hotkey with flags, session, chat, in-car, pit stop. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Begino, are you still there? Or am I by myself now? Then again, it still says I have 3 viewers. I don't know where the viewer on Twitch is, unless that's just counting my chat window as a viewer. will also make a role on the server for iRacing. Here we go. Alright, yeah, Probot's gone now, isn't it? So I'd have to set callback to do that. Unless that's happening in modlog or something. But yeah, anyway. Right. You know what? I played for 2 hours. I would say that is enough for now. Let me just switch over to intermission. Intermission is the one thing I don't have on my stream deck as a button. I should probably install that, but you know. Anyway. You know, where's the music running? But yeah. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Especially thank you to Zonderbrook and Begino for all the tips and tricks for iRacing. That was actually incredibly useful. I will definitely be going back through your chat, like this chat, and like finding that other thing you were on about. I know you've left now, but find the other things that you guys are on about and get them all set up, hopefully for the next stream. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Yeah. So anyway, as always, I've been Temple of now. You know what, actually I need to get my outro music back up. Because like an idiot, I got right there. Oh, here isn't it? Right. But anyway, as always, I've been Temple of now. Good night, sweet dreams, from Smith, signing out. Yep. Yeah. Try again. This is me, signing out.